So, hello everyone. Good evening to all of you. I'm Kanchan, and welcome to yet again another current affairs live session. And this current affair live session is being conducted in APTI PLUS Academy since past 2 weeks, and in the past weeks as well, we conducted various current affairs series, and today's current affairs video is going to be very important because in today's current affairs series, I'm going to cover most of the current affairs that was important in 2024, and apart from that, along with the current affairs, I'll also be covering all the important general knowledge facts or all the static GK along with the current affairs. So for this reason, this session is going to be very important, and this session is also going to be very interactive because I am going to conduct this current affairs session with the MCQs. So take part in this current affairs session and make this session interactive. So those who have not watched the previous current affairs videos, like I had conducted the current affairs in the past weeks as well. In the last 2 videos, I have covered all the important current affairs that was there in the March, February, January, etc. And today's session is also about the current affairs, and this is you can consider that this part is the part 3 of the current affairs. So I do not want to waste many of your precious time. So without further delay, let us start with the current affairs session for today. So the first current affairs MCQ for today is: the Dachigam National Park, recently seen in news, is located in which state or union territory? So those who are online can comment the answer of this question. So this is a very easy question, and so those who are so comment the answer of this question, those who are online. So this is a very important question because this question was seen recently, and this topic was seen recently in news. And यहाँ पे आप जो पिक्चर में देख रहे हैं, दिस इज हंगुल, ठीक है. सो दिस इज हंगुल. So hangul is basically the state animal of this state or union territory that we are talking about. So you can comment the answer of this question: Dachigam National Park, recently seen in news. So this type of question is basically asked in many government exams. So national parks or wildlife sanctuaries, where they are located, are very important in all the government exams in India, and even in UPSC this type of question is asked. So आप लोग comment कर दो. और this is hangul, ठीक है. So hangul is the state animal of this UT. So this UT, jaldi se comment kar do those who are online. So the answer of this is A. So Jammu and Kashmir. So Jammu and Kashmir, which was created as the union territory in 2019. And in 2019, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act was passed in Parliament. And this Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act bifurcated the Jammu and Kashmir into 2 parts. One is Jammu and Kashmir, and another one is Ladakh and Leh. So the hangul is the state animal of this Jammu and Kashmir. ठीक है. So you have to know this. And Dachigam National Park is located in Jammu and Kashmir. ठीक है. So you have to know this point. And so far as this news is concerned, you have to know all the important national parks which are located in the news. ठीक है. So you have to know where the Dachigam National Park is located and what are the national park which are located in Jammu and Kashmir. So आपको ये सब point आपको याद रखना है. And so far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, the काजीनाग नेशनल पार्क, ठीक है. काजीनाग नेशनल पार्क, ये बहुत सारा SSC एग्जाम्स में पूछा गया है, ठीक है. रिसेंटली एक SSC का एग्जाम्स हुआ था, SSC CPO, and this question was asked that the Kazinag National Park is located in which state? So it is located in Jammu and Kashmir. And another national park is Salim Ali National Park. This is another important national park which is located in Jammu and Kashmir. So this is again important. And another one is Dachigam National Park. We talked about it. And the next one is Kishtwar National Park. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे आपको लोकेशंस भी याद रखना है. इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम्स, वहाँ पे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है कि आपको यू हैव टू अरेंज द नेशनल पार्क्स फ्रॉम ईस्ट टू वेस्ट और नॉर्थ टू साउथ एटसेट्रा. ठीक है. सो you have to know the locations of these national parks, where they are located. And so far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, you have to know the locations of the mountain ranges which is located in Jammu and Kashmir. ठीक है. So geography और current affairs आप जब भी पढ़ोगे तो you have to relate those current affairs with the static fact. ठीक है. So Jammu and Kashmir में there are many mountain ranges. The first on the top is the Karakoram range, then there is Ladakh range, then there is Jaskar range, and there is Great Himalayas, ठीक है, and there is Pir Panjal. So this sequence is very, very important for all the exams in India. For instance, in WBCS 2019, it was asked that which arrange the following mountain ranges passing through the Jammu and Kashmir from north to south. ठीक है. So you have to know that the Karakoram range is located on the top, and there is Ladakh range, ठीक है, and then there is Janskar range, and there is Great Himalayas, and there is Pir Panjal range. ठीक है. So you have to know these facts so far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. Now, other facts about Jammu and Kashmir is that the Hangul, we talked about it. The Hangul deer is the state animal of Jammu and Kashmir, and this is also called the Kashmiri stag. So Kashmiri stag is very important because this Kashmiri stag is facing the extinction. ठीक है. And this is listed in critically endangered category in IUCN. So IUCN के जो category होता है, ठीक है, IUCN red list बोला जाता है इसमें. तो यहाँ पे this Kashmir's Hangul, which is the Kashmir's stag, is categorized as critically endangered. ठीक है. So ये भी पूछा जाता है कि which the Kashmiri Hangul recently seen in news is categorized under which category under IUCN. ठीक है. So आपको आंसर देना होगा ये as the critically endangered. So there are many categories in IUCN. For instance, extinct in wild, ठीक है, critically endangered, least concerned, etc. So this Kiswar Kashmiri stag is critically endangered species in India, and this Kashmiri stag is the only surviving Asiatic species of the European red deer. So this is also another important point. So this Kashmiri stag is the only surviving species under the European red deer. ठीक है. So this is the subspecies of European red deer. ठीक है. So these are the important facts so far as the Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. So आपको ये सब fact याद रखना है Jammu and Kashmir से related. And recently Ladakh भी news में है. ठीक है. Ladakh is demanding the statehood, and Ladakh is also demanding for inclusion in the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India. So it's important, and Jammu and Kashmir is important. So these are the important facts about Jammu and Kashmir. Now moving on to next question. The question is, recently the Election Commission of India launched which app to facilitate the easier voting for persons above 85 years of age and persons with disabilities with 40%. So recently Election Commission of India started the Vote from Home campaign. So this is very important. This is being given for the first time in India. Vote for Home. So this Vote for Home from Home initiative was started by the Election Commission of India for the people who are 85 years and above. So जो भी nationals है इंडिया में और जिसका उम्र 85 ईयर्स से ज़्यादा है, उनको ये फैसिलिटी दिया जा रहा है कि वो घर पे बैठ के इलेक्शन दे सकता है. ठीक है. सो वोट डाल सकता है. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ दिस इनिशिएटिव वाज स्टार्टेड बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया recently. And what is the name of this campaign? So comment, those who are online, you can comment the answer of this question. So this is very important news. You can find this type of question in SSC, WBCS, etc. ठीक है. So another important fact so far as the Election Commission of India is concerned, the Election Commission का जो chairpersons ठीक है, चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर एंड द इलेक्शन कमिश्नर्स के बारे में पूछा जाता है एग्जाम में, ठीक है। यू हैव टू नो द करंट चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर ऑफ इंडिया इज राजीव कुमार एंड द Sri Gyanesh Kumar Kunwar is the election commissioner and another election commissioner is the Sukhbir Singh Sandhu. So ये personalities in news recent appointments में इस type का questions पूछा जाता है WBCS and state PCS में, ठीक है। So recently you have seen that the Arun Kumar Goel, who was the election commissioner, also resigned from his post, ठीक है। So Arun Goel, who was the election commissioner, resigned from his post as election commissioner, and after resigning he also has decided to file nomination for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, ठीक है। So for this reason the Election Commission of India and its campaign is important, and also the Lok Sabha elections is coming in few days. So for this reason this news is important, and the answer is the Saksam app. So Saksam app was launched by Election Commission of India recently, ठीक है, and this is about the vote from home. So Saksam app, the Election Commission aims to ensure the inclusivity in voting with new measures. So the inclusive system is being aimed by the Election Commission of India, ठीक है, by including the voters who are 85 years and above with 40% benchmark disability. So आपको एग्जाम में ये भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है कि who are being given the vote from his facility, vote from home facility, ठीक है। So you have to know that the persons who are 85 years and above and the person with 40% and above benchmark disability is being given the vote from home facility by Election Commission of India under the Saksam mission. So for this mission the Saksam app has been launched, and the polling stations will provide the volunteers, wheelchairs and transport facility, and the Saksam app will provide the facilities to the PWDs who are Viklangs in India. So you have to know this point. So these points are very important, and so far as the Election Commission of India is concerned, there are many electoral reforms that is being demanded in India. So India में बहुत सारा डिमांड चल रहा है कि electoral process है जो इंडिया में उसको रिफॉर्म करना चाहिए. So for this reason government of India had constituted various committees, ठीक है. So committees के बारे में पूछा जाता है कि for instance SSC, UPSC, WBCS etc. एग्जाम्स में ये पूछा जाता है कि the following committees relates to what, or the committees, for instance Tarkunde committee recently seen in news relates to what. So these are the important committees which relates to the electoral reforms in India. For instance the Tarkunde committee of 1974, the Indrajit Gupta committee of 1998, the Dinesh Goswami committee of 1990, Law Commission report of 1999, Tanka committee of 2000, ठीक है, and Venkanta Chalaya commission of 2002 and Vora committee of 1993. So all these committees recommended for the electoral reforms in India, ठीक है. So आपको ये सब committees का नाम याद रखना है जिसने electoral reforms को के लिए recommendations दिया था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को, ठीक है. So ये सब committees बहुत ही important एग्जाम्स में. So you have to remember these names. Now moving on to next topic of discussion for today. So before we start the other question, there are other important facts that you need to know about the electoral reforms in India. For instance, Election Commission of India started various reforms after 2010, ठीक है. For instance the introduction of nota option. So none of the above option was also introduced by Election Commission of India in 2013. So ये year important है one day exams के लिए. And another one is introduction of VVPAT, which is voter verifiable paper audit trail. So VVPAT was also introduced by Election Commission of India in 2013. So यहाँ पे ये specific एक point बहुत important है जो है कि this VVPAT was introduced for the first time in Noksen Assembly constituency of Nagaland. So Nagaland में ये जो VVPAT system है for the first time it was introduced in Nagaland in 2013. So ये बहुत सारा exams में पूछा गया है SSC में बहुत बार ये क्वेश्चंस पूछा गया है, so you have to know this point. And VVPAT means the Election Commission of India basically allows the voters to verify to whom they are voting. तो आप किसको वोट दे रहे हो, और you can verify basically whom you are voting to with this VVPAT. So VVPAT is basically shown in the EVM machine. ठीक है, so you have to know this point. And how it works, so it works by showing the name of the candidate to whom you are voting to in a paper. So in a paper it is shown that to whom you are voting to in for 7 seconds. So 7 seconds के लिए ये VVPAT जो पेपर है वो दिखाया जाता है to the voters. So for this reason this VVPAT is important, and this time is also important, the 7 seconds. ठीक है, so this is shown for the 7 seconds. So these are the important facts. And another important reform is linkage of voter ID with Aadhaar card. So Election Commission of India linked the voter ID with Aadhaar card, and this linkage has been made mandatory as per the Election Laws Amendment Act of 2021. So as per this reform, the linkage of voter ID with Aadhaar was made mandatory. Okay. So these are the important facts you need to know about the electoral reforms. Okay. Now next question is, recently who has been appointed as the new ambassador of India to Myanmar? So this question is important because this type of question is asked in appointments. And so far as Myanmar is concerned, India and Myanmar has a very vast relation, because Myanmar, which was called Burma initially, was part of integrated India during the colonial period. Okay. So for this reason, India has a good relation with Myanmar, and India has started various projects in Myanmar. The most important one is the Kaladan project. So Kaladan project, so if you are asked in exam, the Kaladan project relates to the project by India with which country? So your answer should be Myanmar. So Kaladan project is basically a project which aims to connect the Kolkata with the northeastern states. So basically, if we have to go to the northeastern states now, all of the freight or the train has to pass through the Chicken Neck, which is the Siliguri corridor. So the distance is very long. So for this reason, India has signed a pact with the Myanmar for the Kaladan multimodal project, and through the Kaladan multimodal project, India is building connectivity with northeastern region. Okay. And this picture shown in map is the India, Myanmar, Thailand IMT highway. So this is very important. IMT highway was recently it was signed between it was initiative between the India and Myanmar and Thailand. Okay. So India, Myanmar and Thailand has started an initiative called the India, Myanmar, Thailand highway, and this highway aims to connect More in Mizoram. Okay. So this name is important, More in Mizoram, with these 2 points are being connected by the India, Myanmar, Thailand highway. So IMT highway is important. Okay. So you have to know these names, and these are the important infrastructure projects which are being started, which are being done by India in Myanmar. So the question is, recently who has been appointed as the new ambassador of India to Myanmar? So this is pretty straightforward questions. Those who are online, you can comment the answer of this question. Answer is B, Abel Thakur. So Abel Thakur was recently appointed as the Indian ambassador to Myanmar. Okay. So this is an important, and Abel Thakur was a senior Indian diplomat, and he was 1992 batch Indian Foreign Service Officer. Okay. So this is the question, and now moving on to next. The next question is Quattro Senegas region recently seen in news due to water crisis is located in which country? So this is the places in news type question. So places in news are asked frequently in various one-day exams in India. Okay, so you have to know the places, the important locations which are there in news. So recently, Quattro Senegas region was in news, and the question is, where is this location located? So you can comment the answer of this question in the comment section. This location is located in the North America, basically. Okay. So if you know about this place, Quattro Senegas region is recently seen in news because there was violence going on. Okay. And in this region, there was also water crisis going on. So for this reason, this topic was in news. So comment the answer of this question in the comment section. And the answer is B, Mexico. So the Mexico is the region where this Quattro Senegas region is located. Okay, so this is the map of the Quattro Senegas, and this region is located between the US and Mexico border, and a water crisis is going on in this region. So for this reason, this topic was in news. Okay, so this type of question is asked in exams, and so far as the countries in the world are concerned, various boundaries and name of the boundaries are very important. So the name of the boundaries are asked. For instance, India and Pakistan has LOC, okay, Sir Creek, etc. In the boundary areas, and the boundary of India and China is McMahon line. ठीक है. So similarly, आपको ये याद रखना है कि डिफरेंट बाउंड्री का नाम क्या क्या है. ठीक है. सो बाउंड्रीज का नाम पूछा जाता है एग्जाम्स में. सो these are the list of the boundaries which are said by different countries. ठीक है. So you have to know the name of the boundaries. So for instance, this is US and this is Mexico, and the US and Mexico is separated by the 49th parallel. ठीक है. So 49th parallel is the name of the boundary between the US and Mexico, and similarly Red Cliff is the boundary between the India and Pakistan. So this is Red Cliff or Radcliffe line. So Radcliffe line is the boundary between India and Pakistan because the Radcliffe boundary was demarcated by Sir Radcliffe. So Sir Radcliffe was the chairperson of the boundary commission between India and Pakistan after the partition. Okay. So Radcliffe boundary is between India and Pakistan. There is McMahon line, we talked about it, between India and China. There is Maginot line between Germany and France. ठीक है, ये भी एग्जाम्स में पूछा जाता है. And blue line, we talked about the blue line in the last current affairs session. So blue line is basically located between Lebanon and Israel. So recently there is a conflict going on between Lebanon and Israel. So Israel and Lebanon के बीच में conflict चल रहा है, तो ये भी न्यूज में है काफी. So for this reason, this blue line is frequently seen in news. So blue line is basically located between Lebanon and Israel, and there is a green line or Attila line. So Attila line or green line is located between Cyprus and Turkey, and there is Mannerheim line, which is located between the Russia and Finland. So Russia and Finland के बीच में जो line है, this is called Mannerheim line, and another line is Durand line. So Durand line is very important, and this is between Pakistan and Afghanistan. ठीक है. And another one is Hindenburg line. So ये भी important है, and this is located between Poland and Germany. ठीक है. So this type of question is asked, and another important line is 17th parallel. So 17th parallel is between the North Vietnam and South Vietnam. This is very very important so far as the Vietnam wars are concerned. So Vietnam wars के टाइम में ये एक वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड उस टाइम में ये जो 17th पैरेलल लाइन है वो न्यूज में था, एंड 20th पैरेलल इज बिटवीन दी सूडान एंड लीबिया. ठीक है. And there is 22nd parallel which is between Sudan and Egypt, and 25th parallel is between the Mauritania and Mali. So these are not quite important. Important one is 17th parallel, and the 31st parallel is also important, which is between Iraq and Iran, and the 38th parallel is between the North Korea and South Korea. This is also important because recently there is escalation going on between North Korea and South Korea. So North Korea has bombarded many regions in South Korea, in the various peninsula of South Korea. So for this region, this boundary line is also there in news. So 38th parallel is important. We talked about the 49th parallel, and there is 24th parallel. So 24th parallel भी news में है, and 24th parallel is between India and Pakistan. So गुजरात के एक एरिया है, दो एरिया का नाम है सर क्रीक. So सर क्रीक में एक बाउंड्री लाइन है between the India and Pakistan, and that boundary line is called 24th parallel. ठीक है. So ये भी बहुत important है so far as India is concerned. So these are the important boundary lines that you need to know about in the static GK. Now moving on to next important topic of GK for today. And so far as India is concerned, India shares a land border with many countries, for instance, Bangladesh, China, Pakistan, Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan, and Afghanistan. And India shares longest international boundary with Bangladesh, which is 4096.7 kilometers. So this figure is also important. So बहुत सारा exams में ये पूछा गया कि India shares border with Bangladesh, how long border with Bangladesh. So you have to know the figure as well. And particularly in various exams, it is asked that arrange the following countries that India shares international boundaries with in decreasing order of the length of the border. Okay, so you have to know that India shares longest border, international border with Bangladesh, second longest is with China, third longest is with Pakistan, fourth is with Nepal, fifth is with Myanmar, and sixth with Bhutan, and last with the Afghanistan. So India shares the shortest border with Afghanistan. Currently, India in reality, India does not share any border with Afghanistan, because this part is currently cut off from India. Okay. So this is called the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Okay. Also called the Azad Kashmir. So Azad Kashmir is not part of India. So for this reason, this small portion, which was the border between India and Afghanistan, is not there in map. But India considers this entire map to be part of India. So for this reason, India considers that India still shares border with Afghanistan. So for this reason, these facts are important. And India has a coastline length of 7,516.6 kilometer. So ये भी important है. So you have to know the length of the boundaries with which the India shares border, and you also need to know the countries where the India shares the longest boundary, shortest boundary, etc. So these are the important facts so far as the international land border of India is concerned. Now moving on to next topic of discussion for today. The next question is, which country recently performed the first transplant of genetically modified kidney from pig into living human? So recently, transplant of the kidney from pig to living human was conducted in US. So US is the answer. In the MIT of US, this experiment was conducted, and this experiment was successful. So this is a very, very important news for this region. So this is the news, and this experiment was conducted in US. So US surgeons successfully transplanted a genetically modified pig kidney. So this pig kidney was genetically modified, and this pig kidney was transplanted into 62-year-old patient in US. ठीक है. So these are the important news that you need to know. So now moving on to next topic of discussion for today. So recently, the election is in news. So for this reason, the election-related news or questions are probable to be asked in various exams. Okay. So the election-related news was there in UPSC 2017. So this type of questions are nowadays asked in SSC exams as well. So SSC में भी WBCS में भी multiple option type questions पूछा जा रहा है. ठीक है. So this question is a sample question, and this question was asked in 2017, and the question relates to election. In the election for Lok Sabha or state assembly, the winning candidate must get at least 50% of the votes polled to be declared elected. So whether this statement is correct or not, so those who are online can comment whether the statement is correct or not. In the election of Lok Sabha, state assembly, Lok Sabha or state assembly, the winning candidate must get 50% of votes polled to be declared. Is it correct? No, this is not correct, because this statement says that the winning candidate should get 50% of the vote plus one vote. That is majority of vote to be declared winner. That is not the case in India, because India follows first past the post system. First past the post system. So under this first past the post system, the candidate is declared winner based not on the majority, which is 50% of plus one vote, but it is declared based on the majority of votes that it gets in the region. So if there is 100 votes, okay, if there are 100 people who casted votes, and if there are A, B, C candidates, if A gets 35%, B gets 32%, and if C gets around 33%, then this A wins the election, because this A has got the highest percentage of the vote. So for this reason, the election will be won by this candidate, which is A. So India does not follow the 50% plus one criteria for winning, declaring the candidate as winner candidate. So this is incorrect answer option. And the next statement is statement 2. According to the provisions laid down in the Constitution of India, in Lok Sabha, the speaker's post goes to the majority party and deputy speaker's post to the opposition party. Is it correct or not? So the statement 2 basically talks about the Constitution, whether the Constitution lays down the provision for the speaker's post which goes to the majority party and the deputy speaker's post which goes to the opposition party. So this is correct, because the speaker's post goes to the majority party or the party in power. Okay. Currently the speaker of Lok Sabha, who is the Om Prakash Birla. So Om Prakash Birla is the current Lok Sabha speaker, and he belongs from the ruling party, which is BJP, or the alliance, which is National Democratic Alliance, NDA. So he is from NDA, and the speaker, deputy speaker, who is currently there in Lok Sabha, is from the opposition party. Okay. So this is correct, but the UPSC has confused the candidate with the statement. So it says that it is laid down in the Constitution. No, it is not laid down in the Constitution, but it has been laid down in the rules of the Lok Sabha. So as per the rules of the Parliament or Lok Sabha, that the speaker's post goes to the ruling party or the majority party, and the deputy speaker's post goes to the opposition party. Okay. So statement 2 is also incorrect, and the correct answer is D, which is neither one nor two. So this type of question is being asked nowadays in various exams, and SSC also asks this type of question, and in WBC, WBCS means this type of multiple option type of questions is being started to be asked. Okay. So for this reason, you have to know that this type of question is also required to be studied. Now moving on to next question, which is, recently which one of the following company has been awarded the status of Mini Ratna one category as the central public sector enterprise. So out of these four industries or four companies, Miniratna status or Miniratna one category status was given to. So whom was it given to? And the answer is C, Grid India. So Grid India is the company to which the status, this Miniratna one status was given. And Miniratna companies are basically companies which have 3 crore of turnover. Okay? So those, the Miniratna companies are basically companies which holds 30 crore or more pre-tax profit. ठीक है. So ये criteria एग्जाम में पूछा जाता है कि what is the criteria for holding the title of Miniratna 1 in India, and the criteria is the Miniratna companies should hold 30 crores or more pre-tax profit. So before the tax, the Miniratna companies should have the profit of 30 crore and more. ठीक है. And this profit has to be in the last 1 year out of 3 consecutive years. ठीक है. So they should have 30 crore or more profit in the last 3 years, in the last 3 consecutive years. ठीक है. And the Miniratna companies in India have been segmented into category 1 and category 2. So there are 2 types of Miniratna companies. So this Grid India is Miniratna company 1, and basically the questions from Miniratna and Maharatna, Navaratna are asked. So 13th Maharatna company in India is Oil India Limited. So recently an Oil India company was added as the 13th company as the Maharatna company. ठीक है. So the Oil India company is the 13th Maharatna company. So ये भी एग्जाम में पूछा जा सकता है कि आपको कि Maharatna, how many companies are there in the Maharatna list of companies in India. ठीक है. So there are 13 Maharatna companies in India, and Shipping Corporation of India is latest Navaratna company. So Shipping Corporation of India is the 14th Navaratna company. So exam में ये पूछा जा सकता है कि which is the 14th Navaratna company in India, or the latest which is the latest Navaratna company in India. Your answer should be the Shipping Corporation of India or the Shipping Corporation of India, SCI. SCI is the 14th Navaratna company in India, and there are 14th Navaratna companies and there are 13th Maharatna companies in India. So you have to know these points so far as the Navaratna, Maharatna and Miniratna companies are concerned. Now moving on to next question, which is recently which agency has signed a working arrangement with European Union Agency for Law Enforcement Cooperation? That is Europol. So India also, European Union also has law enforcement agency, and the name of the European law enforcement agency is Europol. Okay. So Europol is the law enforcement agency of Europe, and India has the law enforcement agency similar to Europol, which is the CBI. Okay. CBI is the central law enforcement agency of the central government. So recently, which agency has signed working arrangement with European Union's agency, which is Europol? Answer is A, CBI. So Central Bureau of Investigation has signed an agreement with Europol. Okay. So this is the fact. So यहाँ पे आपको ज़्यादा कुछ जानना नहीं है. So CBI is the main investigating agency of Government of India. So knowing about CBI, you have to know what is CBI and who was the first chairperson of CBI, and who is the current chairperson of CBI, and from which act CBI draws the power. ठीक है, ये सब point आपको याद रखना है. And CBI is basically an non-statutory body. So this is not a statutory body. ठीक है, CBI was not made by the act of the Parliament, but CBI draws powers from the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. So DSPA Act of 1946 gives power to the CBI, and DP Kohli is the first CBI director. ठीक है, so first CBI director of India was DP Kohli. ये भी important point है. And DP Kohli held office from 1963 to 1968, and the current director of CBI is Praveen Sood. ठीक है, ये सब पॉइंट आपको याद रखना है. फर्स्ट वन इज डीपी कोहली, ठीक है, एंड द करंट वन इज प्रवीण सूद. सो जो भी जनरल नॉलेज है और जो भी स्टैटिक जीके है, करंट अफेयर्स है, उसमें आपको फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट याद रखना है. सो ये मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं आपको कि फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट कोई भी करंट अफेयर्स और कोई भी स्टैटिक फैक्ट के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है, ठीक है. सो फॉर दिस रीजन यू हैव टू नो दीज फैक्ट्स. एंड नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Next question is about what is the name of the border patrol surveillance drone. So recently border patrol surveillance drone was launched by Garuda Aerospace, ठीक है. So Garuda Aerospace is basically an important drone manufacturing company in India, and this company launched the border patrol surveillance drone in India, ठीक है. And what is the name of the drone which was launched by the Garuda Aerospace? So comment the answer of this question in the comment section, those who are online. And the answer for this question is very simple, ठीक है. Garuda Aerospace is very important because Garuda Aerospace was also recognized by government of India as the best drone manufacturer in India, ठीक है. So you have to know these points. So comment कर दो those who are online. Garuda Aerospace. Garuda Aerospace is an important organization which makes or manufactures drones in India, ठीक है. So this was in news for many years, and the answer for this question is D. So Trishul was the drone which was being manufactured by the Garuda Aerospace, ठीक है. So Garuda Aerospace launched the border patrol surveillance named Trishul, ठीक है. It monitors the people, natural disasters, traffics, etc. So ये इसका usage है. So uses are not quite important. And Garuda Aerospace Private Limited is the manufacturer of this drone, ठीक है. And this Garuda Aerospace was established in 2015 by Agnishwar Jayaprakash. So many people also know about him. Agnishwar Jayaprakash was an Asian gold medalist. So he was a swimmer. So he was a swimmer who got the gold medal in the Asian Games, ठीक है. So for this reason, he is very important personality as well. So Agnishwar Jayaprakash, you have to know the name. And the important facts about drones in India is the India's first indigenous drone, defense drone, is known as the Indra, ठीक है. So Indra was India's first indigenous drone, and Drishti 10 is the first indigenous medium altitude long endurance drone. So Drishti 10 is important. So Drishti 10 is first Malay, which is the medium altitude long endurance drone in India, ठीक है. You have to know this point. And the country also signed the $3 billion deal with US for the production of 15 MQ-9B Sea Guardians and 16 MQ-9B Sky Guardian drones. So ये recently बहुत सारा एग्जाम से पूछा गया है. फॉर इंस्टेंस IBACO में ये पूछा गया था कि 15 MQ-9B Sea Guardian recently seen in news is what? So it is a drone basically, and this drone is being supplied to India by US, ठीक है. So you have to know this point. And 16 MQ-9B is also Sky Guardian is also a drone, ठीक है. So these drones are being supplied is to be supplied to India by US. So ये भी questions पूछा जा सकता है एग्जाम में कि recently India signed a $3 billion drone deal with which country, ठीक है. And your answer should be US. So these are the important facts so far as the drones industry in India is concerned. Now moving on to next question. The next question is, what is the theme of World Meteorological Day 2024? So recently World Meteorological Day was celebrated, and World Meteorological Day is celebrated for the establishment, because on this date on which the World Meteorological Day is established, on this day this World Meteorological Organization WMO was established, ठीक है. So the date of establishment of WMO is celebrated as the World Meteorological Day? So comment the answer of this question. This is a very recent news. World Meteorological Day. Theme. What is the theme of World Meteorological Day? Answer is at the front line of the climate action. So A is the answer. So the theme and the days, important days are important. So the theme is at the front line of climate action. So this is a pretty straightforward question. And you have to know about the World Meteorological Organization Day. And World Meteorological Day is celebrated annually on March 23. ठीक है, March 23 is the day on which this World Meteorological Day is celebrated. And WMO has the headquarters in Geneva, which is located in Switzerland. And the president is Abdullah Al Mandos. So Abdullah Al Mandos is the president. So ये जो static fact है, ये पूछा जाता है. You have to know the Director General, President, CEO, or the headquarters, or the founding year, etc. ठीक है. So the WMO was founded in 23rd of March 1950. ठीक है. And this is the year or the date of foundation of WMO. So for this reason, 23rd of March is celebrated as the World Meteorological Organization Day. Now moving on to next question. What is the name approved by the IAU or the Indian International Astronomical Union working group for the planetary system nomenclature for landing site of Chandrayaan's Vikram lander? So recently Chandrayaan 3 mission. So Chandrayaan 3 mission was successfully landed in the south pole of the moon. ठीक है. So ये कहाँ पे जा रहा है? South pole. And this south pole is important because the south pole region of the moon is important for the important minerals. So there are important minerals located in the south pole. So for this reason, India became the first country to land on the south pole of the moon using the Chandrayaan 3 mission. So what is the name of the approved IU, the planetary nomenclature for the landing site? So the place where this Vikram lander, so name of the lander of this Chandrayaan 3 mission was Vikram lander. So Vikram lander का जो landing site था चंद्रयान में और moon में, वो उसका नाम क्या है? So this is the question. So what is the name of the Vikram landers, the site of the landing site of the Chandrayaan's Vikram lander? And the answer is B, Shiv Shakti. So Shiv Shakti is the site where this Vikram lander landed. ठीक है, you have to know this point. So explanation देख लेते हैं. So the International Astronomical Union approved the name Station Shiv Shakti for the Chandrayaan's Vikram lander site, and Shiv Shakti symbolizes the determination and empowerment. ठीक है. So the Chandrayaan 3 mission is important. You need to know important facts about the Chandrayaan 3 mission. So Chandrayaan 3 mission was launched by India. ठीक है. And this the cost of this Chandrayaan 3 mission was 615 crore only. So this Chandrayaan 3 mission did not even cost $1 billion. बहुत ही कम खर्चा में इंडिया मून में पहुंचा है, एंड फॉर दिस रीजन ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट अचीवमेंट है सो फार एज इंडिया इज कंसर्न्ड. एंड द मास ऑफ द पेलोड ऑफ द चंद्रयान मिशन इज 3900 kg. ठीक है. एंड द मून इज लैंडिंग एट द साउथ पोल ऑफ द चंद्रयान. So we talked about it, and this Chandrayaan 3 mission was launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center. ठीक है. And there are two components, basically three components of this Chandrayaan 3 mission. The first one is the propulsion module. So the propulsion module is the first component, and the second two components are very important. And the lander's name is Vikram. So Vikram is the lander of this Chandrayaan 3 mission, and the rover. So basically lander lands at the Chandrayaan or moon. ठीक है. So after landing, the lander lands in the moon. There will be Pragyan, there will come the role of Pragyan. So Pragyan rover basically starts after the landing of the Vikram lander. ठीक है. So there are two parts. There are three parts. You have to know about it. So exam में ये आपको confuse कर सकता है कि Pragyan is the lander of the Chandrayaan 3 mission. No, Pragyan is the rover of the Chandrayaan 3 mission, and the Vikram is the lander. So you have to know these points so far as the Chandrayaan 3 mission is concerned. ठीक है. So these are the important facts about the Chandrayaan 3 mission. Now moving on to next question. Next question is C-Vigil app or Vigilant Citizen app recently seen in the news is developed by which constitutional body? So ये तो this is a pretty straightforward question. Vigil app, ठीक है. This relates to the vigilance in India, ठीक है. So यहाँ पे ये भी बताया कि which constitutional body. So आप यहाँ पे you can see which constitutional body is the is related to the vigilance in India. And recently we have seen that the election is coming. So which body should have launched this mission? This is a very simple question. Those who are online can comment the answer of this question. So answer is the Election Commission of India. So Election Commission of India, which was established by which is established in India as per the Article 324 of the Constitution of India. So Article 324 of the Constitution of India says that the superintendence, direction and control of the election in India is to be vested in Election Commission of India. ठीक है. So Election Commission of India was established under Article 324 of the Constitution of India, and Article 324 to Article 326 relates to the Constitution of India, the Election Commission of India. ठीक है. So you have to know these facts. So C-Vigil app is the app which is related to the Election Commission of India. So this was developed by Election Commission of India recently. ठीक है. So you have to know this fact. And so C-Vigil app or Vigilant Citizen app was developed by ECI to help citizens to report violations of the Model Code of Conduct. So this term again is important. The Model Code of Conduct is basically an conduct which is implemented by Election Commission of India. So elections के just आगे Election Commission of India implements the Model Code of Conduct, and this Model Code of Conduct basically regulates what you cannot do or what you can do in the electoral process. So basically Model Code of Conduct talks about do's and don'ts. So do's and don'ts is talked about in the Model Code of Conduct during the electoral process. And exam में particularly ये question पूछा जाता है कि Model Code of Conduct comes into effect after the election of the after the declaration of election or after the announcement of election, whether that is true or not. So basically you have to know that the Model Code of Conduct comes into effect immediately after the announcement and remains until the announcement of the election results. So Model Code of Conduct comes into effect immediately after the announcement of the election. So the election dates of India or different regions for Lok Sabha has already been announced by the Election Commission of India. So the Model Code of Conduct has already been implemented in India. ठीक है. So you have to know this point. And this Model Code of Conduct remains until the announcement of electoral results. ये आपको एग्जाम में कंफ्यूज कर सकता है कि Model Code of Conduct remains in force until the declaration of result. ठीक है, not until the conclusion of the election. So this is an important point. So these are the important facts about the C-Vigil app and the Election Commission of India. आपको articles of the elections भी याद रखना है. We talked about it. Now moving on to next question. The next question is, according to the World Happiness Report 2024, which is the happiest country in the world? So World Happiness Report is important. The reports and indexes में questions पूछा जाता है. In the previous class as well, मैंने इंडेक्स के जितने भी जो 2024 में जितने भी न्यूज आया था वो सब कवर कर दिया था. सो आप लोग वो प्लेलिस्ट जाके देख सकते हैं. जो लास्ट 2 क्लास हुआ था, 2 क्लास में, दोनों में मैंने इंडेक्सेस के बारे में पूरा डिटेल्स बताया, जो भी न्यूज में था इंडेक्सेस सभी के, जो इंडिया के जितने भी पोजीशंस है सभी मैंने बता दिया। सो आप वो प्लेलिस्ट जाके देख सकते हैं। एंड टॉकिंग अबाउट द वर्ल्ड हैप्पीनेस रिपोर्ट, दिस वर्ल्ड हैप्पीनेस रिपोर्ट वाज टॉक्ड अबाउट फिनलैंड। सो फिनलैंड टॉप्ड द लिस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज so far as the world happiness report is concerned, ठीक है। So Finland has been in top of this world happiness report for more than 7 years. So Finland is the happiest country in world, ठीक है। So you have to know about it, and you have to know the rank of India as well. So rank of India in the world happiness report is 126, and last year as well in 2023 the rank of India was 126 only, ठीक है। And the Finland is the happiest country in the world for 7th consecutive years. So we talked about the Scandinavian countries and the Nordic countries last time. So no, Scandinavian countries ऐसे countries हैं जहाँ पे जो जितने भी ऐसे इंडेक्सेस में है उनका वो कंट्रीज का रैंक बहुत आगे रहता है, ठीक है। फॉर इंस्टेंस फिनलैंड, स्वीडन, डेनमार्क एटसेट्रा। सो यू हैव टू नो अबाउट दीज कंट्रीज। एंड करेक्शन इन द करप्शन परसेप्शन इंडेक्स which is being published by Transparency International, ठीक है। The rank of India is 93rd, so ये important है। So India, the rank of India slipped by 8 places in the corruption perception index, and India's rank in 2022 was 85th, ठीक है। You have to know the current rank only, which is 93rd. The index is prepared by the Transparency International, ठीक है। एंड द इंडेक्स इज प्रिपेयर्ड आउट ऑफ 180 countries, and on the scale of 0 to 100 countries are judged based on the scale from 0 to 100. So that means if a country gets a 0 ranking, then they are highly corrupt, and if country gets 100, they are considered very clean, ठीक है। So these are the important facts that you need to know. And now the Denmark is the first place where the corruption is the least prevalent, ठीक है। And Somalia is the most corrupt country in terms of corruption. ये भी point आपको important है आपके लिए, ठीक है। And next important index is Henley Passport Index, and this was also released recently. And rank 1 में जो Henley Passport Index में है वो है फ्रांस, जर्मनी, इटली, जापान, सिंगापुर, स्पेन एटसेट्रा है। And rank of India is 80, ठीक है। So Henley Passport Index ये कहता है कि the countries to these countries can go to. So Henley Passport Index talks about the strength of the passport, ठीक है। So these are the important facts about the recent indexes published by various agency. Now the next important question is the Startup Mahakumbh. This is a very important topic. The Startup Mahakumbh is being organized, and where was this Startup Mahakumbh organized recently? So this is a pretty simple and a pretty straightforward question. Those who are online can comment the answer of this question. Startup Mahakumbh, and मैं hint दे देता हूँ इस question का. So Startup Mahakumbh is basically being held in where? In the Bharat Mandapam, ठीक है। So Bharat Mandapam, which was the place of the G20 event in India. So this is the place where this Bharat Mandapam is being conducted, ठीक है। So you have to know this point. And where is the Startup Mahakumbh being held? So Bharat Mandapam is located in New Delhi. So this is being conducted in New Delhi, ठीक है। And this was inaugurated recently by Prime Minister of India. And India is now the 100. India now has the 113 unicorns. So unicorns are the companies which have more than $1 billion valuation. So India में अभी 113 से ज्यादा कंपनीज है, स्टार्टअप्स है जिसका वैल्यूएशन $1 billion से ज्यादा है, ठीक है। So you have to know about this point. And the first unicorn in India was in Mobi, and this was formed in 2011. So ये भी important point है कि which is the first unicorn of India, which is InMobi, and InMobi became the first unicorn of India in 2011. And आप comment section में comment कर दो which is the latest unicorn of India, latest जो 113th unicorn of India, 113th unicorn, which is the 113th unicorn of India. So comment the answer of this question in the comment section. Now moving on to next question for today. The next question is, who has been appointed as new ambassador of India to Russia? So recently, a new person has been appointed as ambassador of India to Russia. So India के जो जितने भी appointments होते हैं so far as ambassadors are concerned, they comes in news and they are asked in various exams. So you have to know who has been appointed as ambassadors, especially Russia, China, US, ये सब countries की जो ambassadors है इसके बारे में पूछा जाता है. So those who are online can comment the answer of this question. And the answer is Vinay Kumar. So Vinay Kumar was appointed as new ambassador of India to Russia, and this is important. ठीक है. So he will be ambassador of India to Russia for many years. So आपको ये स्टैटिक जीके टाइप का भी हो जाता है कि बाद में आपको क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है कि who is the current ambassador of India to Russia. ठीक है. So you have to answer that question as Vinay Kumar. So Vinay Kumar is currently serving as the ambassador of India to Myanmar, but now he has been appointed as ambassador of India to Russia. ठीक है. So this type of appointment questions are asked. Now moving on to next question. The next question is, which app has ISRO launched to assist the Gaganyaan crew? So Gaganyaan mission was launched by India, is to be launched by India in 2025. ये और important है. ठीक है. So you might be asked in exam in which year the Gaganyaan mission is being launched by India. ठीक है. So India will be launching the Gaganyaan mission in 2025, and these are the 4 crew members which was recently announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. These are the members who will be leading the Gaganyaan mission. ठीक है. The names are the Prashant Balakrishan Nair, Ajit Krishan, Angad Pratap, and Subhanshu Shukla. So you have to know the names as well. So SSC, WBCS ये सब एग्जाम्स में नाम भी पूछा जाता है कि recently which of the following persons has been chosen as the lead or the astronauts for the Gaganyaan mission. So you have to know that these people have been appointed as the crew members of the Gaganyaan mission. ठीक है. So Prashant Balakrishan, Ajit Krishan, Angad Pratap, and Subhanshu Shukla are the 4 new astronauts which have been appointed as the lead astronauts in the Gaganyaan mission. And the name of the app which was launched by ISRO to assist the Gaganyaan crew is Saki. So Saki is the app which was launched by ISRO. ठीक है. So without wasting any time, we don't have much time for this reason. We'll discuss the MCQs without wasting any time. So the Saki is the app. ठीक है. And the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center located at Tumba, which is located in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala, launched this app, and the full form of this app is Space-Borne Assistant and Knowledge Hub for Crew Interaction. ठीक है. This Saki app basically aims to assist the Gaganyaan crew. ठीक है. And this app will help monitoring the health of astronauts. And the Gaganyaan mission is India's first manned mission, and this will be launched in 2025. And in this Gaganyaan mission, the crew who will be sent in the Gaganyaan mission will stay in space for 3 days, and the crew will be launched in the orbit which is 400 kilometers away from the equator. ठीक है. So you have to know this. The crew will be going to low Earth orbit, LEO. So LEO orbit is located around the 400 kilometers from the equator. ठीक है. So for this reason, so these are the important facts about the Gaganyaan mission that you need to know. Now moving on to next question. The next question is recently the Yaoundé Declaration. So Yaoundé Declaration was recently in news, and the Yaoundé Declaration was in discussion is related to which of the following? Option A is cybersecurity. Option B is artificial intelligence. Option C is maritime security. Option D is malaria disease. So, for which of these missions this Yaoundé Declaration is related to? Comment the answer of this question. Those who are online can comment the answer of this question. This type of question is asked. Declaration. Recently, we talked about the Dar es Salaam Declaration as well. So Dar es Salaam Declaration, we discussed about that in with the map. So Dar es Salaam Declaration basically relates to the donkey trade or ban of donkey trade in Africa. Okay. So Yaoundé Declaration was also in news, and this news is about the malaria outbreak. So malaria disease is prevalent in Cameroon region of Africa. Okay, so you can see the Cameroon map here, and the Cameroon is located in the east of Africa. So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं जो Yaoundé है, Yaoundé is the capital of Cameroon. So for this reason, name of this declaration is Yaoundé Declaration, and the Cameroon is surrounded by countries like Nigeria, Chad, Central African Republic, Congo, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, etc. ठीक है. सो ये इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस जो बॉर्डरिंग कंट्रीज यूपीएससी में पूछा जाता है. Although this type of boundary related questions is not asked in one day exams, but you have to know that the Cameroon is surrounded by these countries, ठीक है, and this is located in East Africa. So you have to know that this Yaoundé Declaration relates to malaria. ठीक है. And recently Yaoundé Declaration has proved to be an important milestone in the fight against malaria, and under this health ministers of 11 African countries pledged to end the deaths due to malaria. So malaria के death जो हो रहा है कैमरून में, इसको प्रिवेंट करने के लिए this mission has been launched. ठीक है. So these are the important facts about the Yaoundé Declaration. Now moving on to next question. The next question is who has been chosen by the Election Commission of India as National Disability Icon? So this is an important news, and you can see the person. She has been declared as the National Disability Icon by the Election Commission of India. So Election Commission of India related news बहुत सारा है अभी news में, because the election is being conducted. And this election commission and election related news बहुत important है क्योंकि the general election is being conducted after 5 years. So the general election is conducted only after 5 years. For this reason, you have to know that these initiatives which is being taken by Election Commission of India and the articles related to the Election Commission of India, you have to know all of them. ठीक है. You have to know जितने भी जो इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया से रिलेटेड फैक्ट्स है आपको याद रखना है. सो रिसेंटली इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया अपॉइंटेड शीतल देवी एज द नेशनल डिसेबिलिटी आइकन by the Election Commission of India. So you have to know this point. Answer is A. So Sheetal Devi has been appointed as the national icon by the Election Commission of India, and Sheetal Devi had been a para archer. So she is basically an archer, and she was also awarded Arjuna Award by Government of India. So she is also an Arjuna awardee. So Arjuna Award is one of the highest civilian award in India. ठीक है. One of the highest sports related award in India. So for this reason you have to know about it. And in the view of Lok Sabha elections, ECA and the Board of Control for Cricket in India organized the exhibition to promote the voter education. ठीक है. So for this reason, this is an important news. And the first recipient of the Arjuna Award in archery was Krishna Das. So those who are preparing for the WBCS and the state PCS in West Bengal, those who are preparing for the various exams in West Bengal, this point is important because the first recipient of Arjuna Award in archery was from West Bengal, and he was from Kolkata. So Krishna Das was the first recipient of the Arjuna Award. ठीक है, so you have to know this point. And he was born in Kolkata. Next question is Kovind Committee, which was in discussion recently, is related to which of the following? So Kovind Committee is basically a committee which is being headed by the former President of India, Ramnath Kovind. So Ramnath Kovind is basically heading a committee. So this committee also relates to the electoral process. So I just said that the election is very important. So election which is being conducted in a few days is in news, and जितने भी elections related news है आपको पढ़ना है, ठीक है. So Kovind Committee basically relates to the simultaneous elections, ठीक है. So simultaneous elections is in news, बहुत चर्चे में है ये न्यूज, ठीक है. आपको याद रखना है कि साइमल्टेनियस इलेक्शंस जो है इंडिया में बहुत सारा मीडिया में न्यूज में है, एंड द कोविन कमिटी is related to the simultaneous elections. And simultaneous elections basically means the elections which is to be conducted at the same time. So यहाँ पे currently क्या होता है कि central elections जो member of parliaments का elections है, जो जितने भी पार्लियामेंट्री इलेक्शंस होता है और द स्टेट इलेक्शंस होता है वो सेपरेटली कंडक्ट किया जाता है. सो यू हैव सीन दैट द इलेक्शंस इन वेस्ट बंगाल इज टेकिंग प्लेस इन सम ईयर, एंड यू हैव सीन दैट the elections in Bihar is taking place in some year, and this year there is the Lok Sabha elections. So ye election process is a continuing process in India. So this election process goes on every year. ठीक है. To prevent this, Government of India and the Election Commission of India is wanting to make the election process uniform. So एक ही टाइम में election conduct कराना चाहता है Government of India. So for this reason, the simultaneous elections is in news. ठीक है. So this simultaneous election के जो committee है, इसका chairperson is Kovind, Ramnath Kovind. ठीक है. So you have to know that Kovind committee is related to the simultaneous elections. ठीक है. And the committee was formed under the President Ramnath Kovind. ठीक है. And this committee aims to evaluate the one nation, one election. And the Prime Minister Narendra Modi also has advocated for the one nation and one election. ठीक है. So for this reason, the one nation and one election and simultaneous elections is important for India. And the next question is, who has been selected as the flag bearer for India at Paris Olympics 2024? And this is also important. The flag bearer for India. This is sports related news, and this type of question is asked in various one-day exams, और ऐसे डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है स्पेशली इन WBCS. ठीक है. So who has been selected as the flag bearer of India at the Paris Olympics 2024? You have to remember that जो इस साल का जो Olympics है 2024 का, वो कहाँ पे हो रहा है? पेरिस में हो रहा है. And this is the person, and Sarat Kamal, and he is the Sarat Kamal. So Sarat Kamal has been appointed as the flag bearer of India in the Paris Olympics. ठीक है. So this is the fact. And this type of direct question is asked. So Khel Ratna Award winner and two-time Commonwealth Games champion table tennis player. So Sarat Kamal basically relates to the table tennis. So SSC and other exams से ये पूछा जाता है कि Sarat Kamal relates to which sports? ठीक है. So आपको आंसर देना है Sarat Kamal relates to the table tennis. ठीक है. And he has been appointed as the flag bearer in 2024, and India Olympic Association has appointed him. And the former Indian men's hockey team captain Manpreet Singh and Maritime led the India's flag bearers in Tokyo Olympics 2020. So Tokyo Olympics जो हुआ था 2020 में, यहाँ पे जो इंडिया का flag bearers था वो था मनप्रीत सिंह and Maritime. ठीक है. So you have to know this point. And Manpreet Singh relates to hockey and Maritime relates to boxing. ठीक है. So these are the important facts about this news. Now moving on to next question. Next question is very prevalent in news. ये बहुत सारा news में है अभी. ठीक है. And the news is about the reusable launch vehicle. So this is the reusable launch vehicle, and this is called RLV. So India is aiming to make the space mission affordable. So to make the space missions cost effective, India is starting various initiatives. For instance, the reusable launch vehicle RLV is one of them. So using RLV, India is building the cost effective the cost effective space missions. Okay? And the name of the recently tested reusable launch vehicle is Pushpak. Okay? So those who have read Ramayana, those who know about, who have watched the Ramayana, knows about the Pushpak Biman. Okay? Pushpak Biman is basically Biman of Ravan. Okay? So basically Pushpak Biman is the reusable launch vehicle which was started by ISRO. Okay, so you have to know about this, and this was launched from Aeronautical Test Range in Karnataka. Okay. Now another question which is important, and which is important from the national parks and other perspectives, or the environment and geography perspective, is recently genetic rescue has been proposed to conserve the tiger population of which national park. So this question relates to the genetic rescue operation. So genetic rescue operation was basically conducted recently, and the question is about where was this conducted. Those who are online can comment the answer of this question. Genetic rescue. So this is being conducted for the first time in India. So for this reason, this topic is important. This question is especially important. Genetic rescue has been proposed to conserve the tiger population of which national park? Answer is Ranthambore National Park. So Ranthambore National Park is basically located in Rajasthan. So here the genetic rescue for the dying tigers. So the tiger population in Ranthambore National Park is declining. So for this reason, this mission was started in Rajasthan's Ranthambore National Park. Okay. So genetic rescue is proposed to conserve the Ranthambore National Park's tiger population. And this process, known as gene flow, involves transferring the genes from one individual to another. So ये सब intricate fact you don't need to know about, but you just need to know where this genetic transmission or genetic protection of tiger mission was started, and where is the Ranthambore National Park is located. Okay. So Ranthambore National Park is located in Rajasthan. So there are other national parks as well you need to know about in Rajasthan. The next important question is developing countries trading scheme. So DCTS, recently seen in news, is associated with which country? So recently a country in Europe started the developing countries trading scheme. So this relates to what? And the answer is UK. So United Kingdom started this developing countries trading scheme to support the developing countries for the trade with the European countries. So for this reason, this topic was in news. Okay. And the exporters aiming for duty-free concessions to UK will be supported under this scheme. So under this under this DCTS, developing countries trading scheme, the exporters from the developing countries would be supported for the export in these countries. Okay. So you have to know about this point. Why is this DCTS started, and by which country this DCTS was started? So आपको इतना ही point याद रखना. ठीक है. Now moving on to next question. Next question is also related to the election commission. So election commission से बहुत सारा news है in the March month, because I just said that election commission is in news. So mission 414 campaign, recently seen in news, was launched by which state? And the answer is Himachal Pradesh. Okay, Himachal Pradesh. So this mission 414 was launched by Election Commission of India in Himachal Pradesh, and this basically aims to aims to raise the awareness campaign in the Himachal Pradesh, in the areas where less than 40% participation was there in the last Lok Sabha election. So जो भी state हिमाचल प्रदेश में है जहाँ पर जो लोक सभा इलेक्शंस में participation 60% से कम था, वहाँ पे ये इलेक्शन ये जो कैंपेन है स्टार्ट किया जा रहा है इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के थ्रू, ठीक है. सो फॉर दिस रीजन दिस न्यूज इज इंपॉर्टेंट एंड this campaign was started to boost the voter turnout in this region. So voter turnout जहाँ पे कम है वहाँ पे voter turnout increase करने के लिए ये initiative start किया जा रहा है, ठीक है. So now moving on to next question. The next question is e-crop. A crop simulation model based device was developed by which one of the following institute? So recently e-crop was there. So e-crop was started or developed by which one of the following institute? So e-crop is basically an AI based model, artificial intelligence based model, and this was developed by the Central Tuber Crops Resource Institute in Kerala. So you have to know where this Central Tuber Resource Institute is located. So it is located in Kerala, and this Central Tuber Resource Institute is starting this campaign. So you have to know this point. So e-crop model basically aims to provide the data related to the nutrition and water in the land. So the nutrition related data is being provided by this app. Now moving on to next question. Recently, Valmiki Tiger Reserve was in news. ठीक है, and the question is, Valmiki Tiger Reserve recently seen in news is located in which state? So ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है. टाइगर रिजर्व्स एंड नेशनल पार्क्स बहुत सारा जो है अभी न्यूज में चल रहा है. सो फॉर दिस रीजन दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड. सो कमेंट द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. दोज हु आर ऑनलाइन कैन कमेंट, ठीक है. एंड दिस वाल्मीकि टाइगर रिजर्व इज लोकेटेड इन बिहार. सो बिहार में एक ही टाइगर रिजर्व है. So for this reason, this is important. बिहार में एक ही टाइगर रिजर्व है, which is the Valmiki Tiger Reserve, and another tiger reserve is being proposed to be created in Bihar, and this Valmiki National Park is basically a transboundary by national park, ठीक है. And this Valmiki Tiger National Park shares border with the Royal Chitwan National Park of Nepal and the Parsa Wildlife Sanctuary of Nepal. So ये भी एग्जाम में पूछा गया था in past SSCs और बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स में कि Chitwan National Park is located in which country, ठीक है, and this is located in Nepal. So the Chitwan National Park, Parsa National Park, etc. are the national parks which shares a border with India, ठीक है. So you have to know this fact. And this Valmiki National Park was established in 1990, and this was declared as the Wildlife Sanctuary in 1978. And Valmiki Tiger Reserve encompasses Valmiki National Park and Valmiki Wildlife Sanctuary, ठीक है. So ये दोनों Valmiki Tiger Reserve का part है. So you have to know this point. So these are the important facts related to the Valmiki Tiger Reserve and Valmiki National Park. Now moving on to next question. Next question is about Leo Varadkar. So he is the Leo Varadkar, and he was in news because recently he announced his resignation. So Leo Varadkar, who recently announced his resignation, was Prime Minister of which country? And the answer is Ireland. So this is important because Leo Varadkar was Indian origin. So he was originally from India, or his ancestors were from India. So for this reason, this is important. And Leo Varadkar was from Ireland, and he basically resigned from his post. ठीक है. So आपको इतना ही point याद रखना है. And next point is. Next question is, recently where was the third edition of the Northeast Games 2024 started? So Northeast Games along with the national games in India is being conducted, ठीक है. So Northeast Games, this is the third edition. So earlier 2 editions has already been completed, and this is the 3rd edition, and this is being conducted in which place? Comment kar do those who are online, you can comment. And the answer is Nagaland. Okay, so this 3rd edition is being conducted in Nagaland. Okay, and comment where was the first edition of the this Northeast Games 20 Northeast Games was conducted. Where was first edition of Northeast Games conducted? You can comment the answer of that question. And the 3rd edition is being conducted in Nagaland. Okay, and Nagaland's Chief Minister Naifue Rio inaugurated this event. Okay, and Manipur became the champion in the 3 consecutive years in 2022, 23, and 24 Northeast Games. So Manipur has been the champion of Northeast Games for many years. So जितने भी Northeast Games हुआ अभी तक सभी गेम्स में Northeast Manipur has been the champion. So for this reason you have to know who has been the champion of Northeast Games most of the time, and your answer should be Manipur. So Manipur has won the most medals in the first 2 editions so far. ठीक है, so ये fact आपको याद रखना है. So this is the Northeast 2024, and there are 8 states in the Northeast. So all these 8 states will be participating in the Northeast Games. Now moving on to next question. Next question is, recently where was the 4th Shanghai Cooperation Organization Startup Forum organized? So SCO forum was recently organized. Okay, and where was this organized? Answer is New Delhi. So Shanghai Cooperation Organization is very important. This is SCO. So SCO is related, is a defense related organization, and this is an organization of the countries like Russia, Kazakhstan, China, India, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan. So these are the 8 members of the SCO. So SCO का members के बारे में भी पूछा जाता है exam में questions. So you have to know know which countries are the members of SCO. So Russia, China, India, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan are the members of SCO. ठीक है, and these are the countries which are collectively which are called the Asian NATO. So Asian NATO was the term which was coined for this ASEAN countries. ठीक है, so for these Shanghai Cooperation Organization, so US basically calls this SCO to be Asian NATO. ठीक है, so for this reason this Shanghai Cooperation Organization is important for India, and India is also a member of SCO, and SCO is basically a collective security organization. This is also a collective security organization. ठीक है, so you have to remember this point, and it has 8 members. So ये सब fact आपको याद रखना है, fact based questions पूछा जाता है. The 4th SCO startup forum was held in New Delhi in March 19, 2024, and initiative aims to promote innovation in job creation, collaboration among SCO member states, etc. ठीक है, and SCO is successor to Shanghai 5. So original name of the SCO was Shanghai 5. So and this name was there because originally there were only 5 members in SCO. ठीक है, and China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, and Tajikistan were only the 5 members of SCO. ठीक है, and India and Pakistan officially joined SCO only in 2017. So India was not the founding member of SCO. And SCO का headquarter बेजिंग में है, चाइना में, and ये फॉर्म हुआ था 15 जून 2001 में. ठीक है, so these are the important facts that you need to know about SCO. Now moving on to next question. Without wasting any time, the next question is, which day is celebrated as International Day for the elimination of racial discrimination every year? So this is very important. Days related, so far as days related news in March is concerned. So recently, International Day for the elimination of racial discrimination was celebrated across the world. ठीक है, so you can comment the answer of this question. and this is being started recently. ठीक है, यूएन ने कुछ ही साल आगे ये डे स्टार्ट किया था. So for this reason this is important. We have many questions to discuss, so we don't have much time, so we have to move fast. So the answer of this question is 21st of March. So B is the answer. So 21st of March is the day when we celebrate the International Day of Elimination for the racial discrimination. ठीक है. So this day marks the day in 1960 when the police opened fire on the peaceful group protesters in South Africa. So there was huge protesters who are marching in South Africa, and they were shot dead by the police. So the police basically opened the fire there. So for this reason, this day is celebrated as International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. And the theme of 2024 for this is a decade of racial recognition, justice and development. So ये बहुत important है theme. A decade of recognition, justice and development is the theme of this year's International Day for Elimination of Racial Discrimination. ठीक है. So this is the two facts that you need to know about. Now next question is, what is the name of the operation recently launched by India to evacuate the Indian nationals from Haiti? So Haiti is basically a Central American Republic, CAR. ठीक है. Central American Republic is basically the countries which are located between the North America and the South America. ठीक है. So Haiti is basically located here, and Port-au-Prince is the capital of Haiti. And Haiti shares borders with Dominican Republic, Jamaica, etc. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे Cayman Island भी है. So Cayman Island is important because Cayman Island is considered the tax haven. So tax haven. So there are many Indian companies who or Indian companies or Indian individuals who keeps their money in the Cayman Islands as black money. ठीक है. So they basically create shell companies. So shell companies are created. So using these shell companies, they basically transfer money to these Cayman Islands or Switzerland, etc. because they provide they are considered as tax havens because the tax rate there are very low. ठीक है. So for this reason, the shell companies are used to launder money in these countries. So Cayman Islands भी Central American Republic में है. So you have to know this point. ठीक है. And Haiti is also located in the Central American Republic. And the question is, what is the name of the operation recently launched by India to evacuate the nationals from Haiti? ठीक है. And the answer is the Operation Indravati. So Haiti में recently there is a protest or violence going on. ठीक है. So for this reason, India started a campaign to evacuate the people from Haiti, and the name of the campaign is Operation Indravati. ठीक है. So you have to know this point. Now, before I move on to next question, I have an important announcement to make, and this is about the WBCS Gazette. And WBCS Gazette is a very important document which is being published every month by the APTI PLUS Academy for Civil Officers. So the WBCS Gazette is first of its kind publication in West Bengal, and this WBCS Gazette contains all the important the general knowledge facts or the current affairs related to the West Bengal and India for WBCS perspective. And this WBCS Gazette is important for WBCS exam and all the state PCS exams in West Bengal. So आप जो भी exams के लिए preparations कर रहे हैं West Bengal में, सभी exams के लिए ये WBCS Gazette important रहेगा. And this WBCS Gazette can be downloaded from our APTI PLUS Academy website, and this is also shared in the APTI PLUS Telegram channel. ठीक है. So आप लोग वहाँ पे जाके ये WBCS Gazette को download कर सकते हो. And this is going to be a very important document. And the WBCS Gazette का जो important important fact क्या है कि WBCS is a very thin document, so you do not have to read any other MCQ or the current affairs magazine after reading the WBCS Gazette. Okay? So for this reason, WBCS Gazette is going to be very crucial document for all of you. So you can download this from our APTI PLUS website, and this is a free initiative of APTI PLUS. Now moving on to next question. The next question is, Order of Druk Gyalpo award recently seen in news is the highest civilian award of which country? So this is a pretty straightforward question. You can easily answer this question by looking at the name Druk. So this Druk basically relates to Bhutan. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi was recently awarded the Order of the Druk Gyalpo, which is the highest civilian award of Bhutan. Okay, so this is important. This is very important because for the first time, any Indian Prime Minister is getting this award, okay, which is the highest civilian award of Bhutan. Okay, so you can see the Narendra Modi with the order of the Druk Gyalpo award here. So this is the fact we discussed. Okay, and this is being the first time that non-Bhutanese is being honored with this award. Okay, and you have to know the king of the Bhutan. Who is the king of Bhutan currently? The name of the king is Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk. So Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk is the current king of Bhutan. So you have to know this fact. Now moving on to next question. Next question relates to IMT trilateral exercise recently seen in news is conducted between which of the following countries? So I've covered this IMT trilateral exercise in the daily news and editorial analysis as well. Okay. So IMT trilateral exercise is conducted between which of the following countries? So you can easily answer this question using the IMT. So I stands for India. Okay. So you can easily eliminate these options because this question is particularly for India only. So military exercise जो है India के बारे में mostly पूछा जाता है. So for this reason you can easily eliminate the options where India is not there, and other options are the India, Malaysia, Turkey. So this is not the answer because India do not conduct exercises with Turkey. So Turkey is one of the hostile country of India. ठीक है. So Turkey के साथ India का relations उतना अच्छा नहीं है. So for this reason, India conducts military trilateral exercise with India, Mozambique, and Tanzania. ठीक है. So IMT is the trilateral exercise between India, Mozambique, and India, Mozambique, and Tanzania. And now moving on to the solution of this question. The INS Tir and INS Sujata were the INS Tir and INS Sujata were the ships which basically participated in this exercise. So you have to know that INS Tir and INS Sujata joined this exercise. ठीक है. So एग्जाम में ये भी पूछा जाता है कि INS तीर सुजाता जो न्यूज में देखा जाता है recently is related to which country. ठीक है. You have to know that INS तीर and Sujata is related to India. And ये questions भी SSC में and NABARD में especially ये questions पूछा जाता है कि recently IMT exercise was conducted between India and Mozambique and Tanzania, and in this exercise which of the following ships from India participated? So आपको पता रहना चाहिए कि INS Tir and Sujata were the ships which participated from India, and the current additions is the harbor phase. This involves joint training, damage control, firefighting, visit boat search, seizure, etc. ठीक है. So ये सब इसका जो है motives है. So you do not need to know about these facts in detail. So you just need to know which ships from India participated and which countries participated. ठीक है. And in which place this was conducted. ठीक है. This was conducted in Arabian Sea. Now moving on to next question. The next question is Gulal Gota, recently seen in news, is traditional festival of which city? So Gulal Gota this is in news recently, ठीक है, and this was the traditional this is the traditional festival of which city, and the answer is Jaipur. So this Gulal Gota is basically our traditional festival, and this festival is celebrated every year, and this is one of the important festival of Rajasthan, ठीक है, इसीलिए न्यूज में रहता है. एंड ये क्वेश्चंस गुलाल फेस्टिवल जितने भी राजस्थान का जो फोक डांसेस है, फोक म्यूजिक है, इसके बारे में पूछा जाता है. एंड अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट अबाउट राजस्थान इज द सपेरा डांसेस आल्सो बिलोंग्स फ्रॉम राजस्थान, ठीक है. देयर इज घूमर, सो घूमर डांस इज आल्सो फ्रॉम राजस्थान, ठीक है. ये सब फैक्ट आपको याद रखना है. सो दीज आर the folk dances and folk music of Rajasthan that you need to know. And there is another art form in Rajasthan which is called Bani Thani. So Bani Thani particularly एग्जाम में पूछा जाता है, ठीक है. So Bani Thani is a art form of Rajasthan, and Bani Thani is basically an art form which was started during the Mughal period, ठीक है, by the Rajput kings. सो ये सब फैक्ट आपको राजस्थान के बारे में जानना है. एंड दिस डांस वी टॉक्ड अबाउट गुलाल गोटा इज अबाउट राजस्थान, ठीक है. सो नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज which of the following countries recently signed a new agreement to build Australia's SSN AUKUS submarines? So those who know about the AUKUS, so AUKUS is basically an organization or the alliance of 3 countries. So if you know the mnemonics, you can easily answer this AUKUS, where AU stands for Australia and UK and US, ठीक है. So these 3 countries are basically collaborating for this alliance or this submarine building project for Australia, ठीक है. And this AUKUS is very important. AUKUS is very important alliance because through the AUKUS these 3 countries are basically trying to counter China. So China's dominance is increasing in the Southeast Asia or the South China Sea. So इसीलिए these countries are trying to counter China's presence in Indian Ocean region and South China Seas, ठीक है. So इसीलिए ये military organization important है AUKUS, and AUKUS is building submarines for which country? Australia, ठीक है. So answer is US, UK and Australia. So B is the answer. Now moving on to the discussion of answer of this question. So we discussed about it. So India, Australia and UK is US, UK and Australia is participating here, and ASC and BAE system is building the submarine for the Australia, ठीक है. ASC and BAE systems are basically the organizations which builds the submarines and the military equipments, and they are based in US or UK, ठीक है. And AUKUS alliance is the 3-member grouping, we talked about it. So this is a joint military organization of these 3 countries, ठीक है. Now moving on to next question. Next question is recently where was the 148th Inter-Parliamentary Union held? So Inter-Parliamentary Union, IPU, जिसको कहा जाता है. So IPU was recently held where? So those who know about it, IPU is very crucial for any one-day exams in India. So those who are online can comment the answer of this question. IPU 148th, and you have to know which session of this IPU was this IPU, ठीक है. So this was the 148th, and this was recently held in Geneva, Switzerland, ठीक है. So Geneva place itself is very important for various exams, because Geneva is the headquarter of various international organizations, ठीक है. जितने भी important international organizations है, UN से लेके WMO, सभी का headquarters Geneva में located है. So for this reason Geneva is important. And the headquarter, the IPU's 148th meeting was also held in Geneva. Okay, so IPU is an international organization founded in 1889. Okay, this is one of the oldest international organization till date. So you have to know the year as well, when was it founded, and this is headquartered in Geneva, which is in Switzerland. Okay, so this is an important fact. Now moving on to next question. Next question is very important, and this question relates to the prize, or which this prize is also called the Nobel Prize of Mathematics. Okay, so this prize is also called Nobel Prize of Mathematics, and the name of this prize is Abel Prize. So Abel Prize 2024 was awarded to whom? ठीक है, सो अवार्ड्स के बारे में बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है, एंड स्पेशली द एबेल प्राइज इज आस्क्ड इन मोस्ट ऑफ द एग्जाम्स. सो आपके जो अपकमिंग एग्जाम्स हैं वहाँ पे एबेल प्राइज से तो क्वेश्चंस आएगा, एंड इस साल में जितने भी नोबेल प्राइजेस दिया गया है सभी का नाम आपको याद रखना है, एंड किस फील्ड में दिया गया है नोबेल प्राइज. ठीक है, सो नोबेल प्राइज का बहुत सारा फील्ड है. फॉर इंस्टेंस इकोनॉमिक्स, नोबेल प्राइज फॉर इकोनॉमिक्स इज देयर, नोबेल प्राइज फॉर फिजिक्स, बायोलॉजी is there, or medicines is there. ठीक है, नोबेल प्राइज फॉर पीस इज देयर, लिटरेचर इज देयर. सो सभी जो क्षेत्र है, इस सभी क्षेत्र का जो winners है आपको याद रखना है, एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली यू हैव टू आल्सो नो द वर्क्स ऑफ दीज नोबेल प्राइज विनर्स. फॉर इंस्टेंस जो नोबेल प्राइज इन फिजिक्स इस बार जिसको दिया था, उन्होंने किस फील्ड में काम किया था. ठीक है, so you have to know the name or the work of these scientists. ठीक है, and Abel Prize this year was given to Michael Talleyrand. So Michael Talleyrand was the person to whom this Abel Prize was given. So you have to just know the name of this person. ठीक है, Michael Talleyrand, and this Michael Talleyrand contributed to probability theory and stochastic processes. So why is he given this Abel Prize? And your answer should be the probability theory and work in probability theory and the stochastic process. So ये दोनों फील्ड में इन्होंने काम किया था, इसीलिए इनको ये नोबेल प्राइज दिया गया है. ठीक है, so this is an important fact that you need to know. Now moving on to next questions. Now we are into the last question of discussion for today, and this is the last question of today's live session. And the last question for today is on World Kabaddi Day 2024, which country created history by creating a Guinness World Record with participation of 128 players? So this is a very important news, and this is news related to sports. And recently, which country created Guinness World Record by participating 128 players in the Kabaddi? So especially this participation was in Kabaddi, and the answer is, and you have to know that this Guinness World Record was established by India. So India achieved the Guinness World Record on World Kabaddi Day, which is March 24. So you have to know this point as well. The World Kabaddi Day is March 24, and this World Kabaddi Day was celebrated this year in Tao Devi Lal Stadium in Panchkula. So यहाँ पे आपको ये भी याद रखना है कि ये ताऊ देवीलाल स्टेडियम इज लोकेटेड इन विच स्टेट, कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है. ठीक है, सो ये लोकेटेड है पंचकुला, विच इज इन हरियाणा. सो आपको ये पॉइंट याद रखना है. सो फार एज कबड्डी is concerned, there are highest number of participants in Haryana. So Haryana has the highest number of participants in Kabaddi. So जितने भी Kabaddi related players हैं इंडिया में, they are mostly from Haryana. And Haryana is the state where there is one of the highest number of players who are participating in national games, etc. ठीक है, Olympics, etc. So this is a historic feat highlighting India's commitment to Kabaddi's growth and global recognition. So this is a last news for discussion for today, and today I covered a very important news related to important current affairs. So जितने भी ये current affairs जो मैं cover किया हूँ, वो current affairs ये मार्च के ही नहीं था, पूरा जो 2024 के जो ईयर मंथ्स था, जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च एटसेट्रा, सभी 2024 का करंट अफेयर्स में कवर किया हूँ. एंड इन द पास्ट वीक्स एज वेल आई हैव कवर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स. ठीक है, so last two videos was also related to current affairs, and we at APTI Plus are organizing current affairs session every week. So next week as well I'll be coming up with important current affairs series, and in the next week I'll be covering important current affairs for the month of the March in entirety. So monthly current affairs यहाँ पे cover किया जाएगा. So आप लोग join करें current affairs session को. We'll meet again in the next video. So I'm signing off for today. We'll meet again in the next video. Take care.